Hello, welcome to Xero Uncut once more. I'm Zero,
And once more, I'm Bobby, and if I sound terrible, I apologize in advance. I'm screaming all weekend.
yeah, we might as well start off with that then. Actually, then how was it then and everything? Like, how was yeah,
You know, I bash you UK people a lot, but Charlie Hunnam, very nice man.
yeah,
I
yeah.
told him I got to meet him and the Undertaker in the same night, and he goes, "That's pretty cool." And he
Mm.
goes, "How tall is Taker?" I'm like, "Pretty big, pretty big." He goes, "Yeah, I figured."
Yeah,
But
makes sense. Makes
I don't know if
sense.
I don't even know if I told you this part.
Probably not.
So Taker got in late Friday.
Oh wait.
Not him. It was delayed, but he stayed. He was only supposed to be there 4 hours, but he stayed 8 hours to kind of make up for it. So he
Oh,
was
okay.
signing. He was signing to like 4 a.m. And
Yeah,
they decided at one point the way the photo ops work is you get in line at a certain time for your person,
yeah.
and they decided for whatever reason to combine the Undertaker's line and Charlie Hunnam's line, the two biggest names there.
Oh, okay. That was
So there were
clever.
hundreds of people not knowing what to do, and
Yeah,
it was just pure chaos. Because
that sounds fun.
it was a combination of Undertaker showing up late. They said Charlie Hunnam took forever, which is a good thing because that means he's talking to people. That means he's super nice. So
Yeah,
like if the autograph line or whatever line takes forever for these people, it means they're talking to you and it means they're being really cool. So that's really
yeah,
good. And I didn't
yeah.
hear his accent. I
Hey,
only heard it at some points.
okay.
Certain words, but I'm like, is this the same guy? But no,
Yeah,
awesome weekend. I handed out all my buttons night one, so I'm gonna have to order more for the August show.
yeah.
We've already booked our hotel room for August. It pays
Have
through the
you? Oh,
PO.
fair enough. Oh, fair
Yeah, I was
enough.
like, hey, is the rooms open for August? They were like,
Oh, it's
not
the same
really.
place again, is it?
Yep. Oh yeah, it's the same place every year, twice a year, March and August.
Oh, is it? Oh,
And
fair
they
enough.
they were like, it's really not open, but they were like, we'll book you anyway, because it was the same woman I dealt with the day before. I was like, yes.
Yeah. Well,
So
that's
I
a
was
tip
like,
of
all
it.
right,
Yeah.
yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I sound bad or?
No, no, no. Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. So, yeah.
Monday I was recording and I was like, oh
Yeah. Well, you did about, I know you did about Warmove before. Well, it was yesterday when
yeah,
it was like, you were like, yeah, what about
yeah.
Warmove with this?
I heard myself on the phone and my buddy was like, what? And I'm like, oh god. I'm like, am I that bad? He goes, I didn't understand a thing you just
Yeah.
said. And I
Fair
was
enough.
like, oh.
But no, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah,
So Bobby's had a
awesome
fun weekend
weekend.
then, wasn't he? And,
Got to meet Taker, got to meet Charlie, Rose McGowan, Theo Rossi. Got to dap him up. That was,
okay.
yeah. I just went for it because he went like this. He didn't just go for the handshake. He went like this. I'm like, well, if you're offering, I'm gonna bring you in for a
Yeah.
hug, and he was cool with it.
As well. Yeah.
Got to get drunk, meet some cool people. Yeah, good
Yeah.
time. I'll
That's
be
good to
there in
hear.
August for sure. we
Yeah. Fair enough.
just
Well,
we
yeah.
just keep coming back. All
Yeah.
right, now
Yeah. So,
I'm if I'm looking
yeah.
away from my screen, people, it's for good reason. I'm waiting for a Batista update on the Hall of Fame. Okay,
Yeah.
because
No,
I
yeah. Well, I'm still having a look, and there's nothing down yet. So,
need
well,
this.
whilst we're on this subject then, or whatever, we might as well do the news bit first of all, then, rather than obviously going into the reviews then. So, we'll do the show review. We'll do it a different way this week then. So, we might as well start off with the news then this week then, and a few bits and pieces have come down. So, actually, just before we came on air today, or just bore time of recording today, it's been announced by AEW that they're going back to Canada
Canada.
for Toronto for Forbidden Door on Sunday, June the 25th. Now, didn't you say they originally said they were going to do a Saturday or something with it? Or
It was listed as Saturday, June 24th. Or did you
24th,
say
yeah.
24th?
June 25th is the Sunday.
Okay, then it would be Saturday the 24th. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
originally listed in like the cable provider, which was a weird source,
Okay.
but I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I hate Sunday pay-per-views now. Like I don't mind
Yeah.
Double or Nothing or All Out because I'm off the next day, but I
Yeah.
hate Sunday pay-per-views.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, when WWE changed their rounds to Saturday as well, that was obviously like that made it a lot better and a lot sort of easier
Oh
for
my goodness!
everyone, really, didn't it? So
I mean, So there's no more Sunday pay-per-views for WWE. I mean, with the exception of WrestleMania Night 2.
Well, except for Mania, and there is some rumors as well that there might be another event next year, which is going to be going to 2 days, which could be the Rumble. They could be doing a 2-day Rumble.
I wouldn't mind that.
That's still being discussed because of what they could do then see is that the reason behind it see is they've seen feedback from this year where like people have turned around and said, oh, like the men's Rumble normally main events or like it's unfair that one main events and one doesn't. So if they do it over the 2 days, they can then do a Rumble each day to main event.
But I don't know. I feel like you don't need every. I feel like it takes away from Mania being 2 nights.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. I mean, they might not do it, but it was just obviously early.
Because like
early stuff,
then you can make SummerSlam 2 nights. It's like,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not needed, but yeah, but no, yeah. So that's that bit anyway.
Speaking of SummerSlam, I will be missing SummerSlam this year.
Will you? Okay.
Yeah, it's the same weekend as the.
So you'll be missing SummerSlam. Well, that could be quite an event. That could be quite an eventful event, actually.
I know. Usually, last year it was the second week of August, so I would have been good. But for whatever reason, it's the first week this year.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. We might as well say that then. There's. Whilst you've just mentioned about that, there's actually rumours about SummerSlam about Cena versus Logan Paul.
I'll find a way to watch that. If that's the match, I'll find a way. I will. Yeah. I would be drunk at the bar watching it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Cena and Logan for sure.
Yeah, Cena and Logan. Yeah, that's going to be one good damn match. So yeah, that's that one. What was the some of the other bits and pieces? Then we might as well cover as well. Then so Hall of Fame scenes. You're obviously talking about that. So far, then we've had confirmed. Great Muta was confirmed today by, for some reason, Ric Flair. I do not know why they had Ric Flair announce it, but Ric Flair announced the Great Muta today. And we've also had Rey Mysterio, obviously, which we had on SmackDown, which was quite a shocker. Did not expect that at all, really.
So I must have just been too drunk and not paying attention Friday night. So my one buddy comes up to me, he's like, yo, you heard who they got for the Hall of Fame? I'm like, Batista. He goes, no. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Who is it? And he's like, well, Rey Mysterio. I'm like, oh. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then I'm like, isn't Rey still wrestling? And then I'm like, oh wait, he's retiring.
Yeah, he could be. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he could be retiring this year, couldn't he? That's the whole thing. So
I think he said this is his last contract. So and it ends in April. So I mean, if he retires, I mean, he did what 25 years.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's not been too bad, has it? Really, I guess. So
no, he's done his thing. I mean, he goes out. He loses to his son on the way out.
Yeah, which makes sense. Yeah.
Very respectable.
Yeah. So it's not bad at all, really. One of the other things that we better bring up then is as well. Sorry, let me just load it back up. So this is really actually no, we might as well talk about it. So the Bella twins, they're not the Bella twins anymore now. They're now the Garcia.
Get ready, folks.
Get ready.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, the Garcia twins or whatever or something. I think it is. Because they've apparently left WWE now. Somebody asked me whether we could obviously discuss this, and
sure.
What the rumors are from it is that the reason why they left was because of bad. There was bad communication and stuff like that, and that's what they were saying is that they're blaming it all on Raw 30 because they were never invited to Raw 30. Now, the truth behind this, and I'm going to go off on this one now a little bit. The truth behind it is the reason
you go off, and then I'll really go off.
Yeah, well, the reason why they were not invited to Raw 30 was because of John Laurinaitis when he was running trains on all the women backstage alongside Vince, and that basically. It's that's probably one of the main reasons behind it is so when he was basically doing that backstage with Vince and stuff and was caught in the act of doing it, and obviously that's why he actually got released for. That was one of the reasons. Plus also as well, the months leading up, the months from when John got released and Raw 30 was coming on up, literally once a week you either had Nikki or Brie slagging the company off. So that's also probably another reason as well. So it just so happened that when their contract came up for a renewal, Triple H just went, no, you've slagged the company off for ages. Why do I want somebody who slagged the company off and and that basically as part of the company now. So yes, it was a bit of bad blood from both sides, but at the end of the day, when you if they wanted back in, if they wanted to stay at WWE, they shouldn't have slagged the company off for months on end. Not leading up to it. That's the thing. So yeah. Well, now I'll let you go off now. And hang on. I'm going to give a warning. Anyone out there? Bobby Sports are his own here for this one.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I was going to give something like, hey, my IG and my Twitter, one of them, both of them. It's Bobby Breakdown on Twitter, and Bobby's Breakdown on Twitter, and Bobby's Breakdowns on Instagram. Both of those are open. So if you want to float me a DM about this, go right ahead. I will argue with you. I have the next 2 days off, folks. I don't care. Okay.
Yeah. Go for it. For it.
The Bellas, the women's revolution was not because of them. I hate to say it. They think it was. How stupid can you be to get rid of the name that made you famous? That's like Roman Reigns. That's like Roman Reigns being like, nah, I'm not Roman Reigns. I'm Joe. I'm botching the pronouncing, but Joe Inoue, or however you say it. You know what I mean. Yeah. And also, I can't stand the Bellas. They were always useless to me. They were more of a harm in the ring than anything. They almost killed Liv Morgan. I'm sorry, Brie almost killed Liv Morgan. And just like they're always complaining. And it's like, just give it a rest, please. Like, okay, Nikki, you dated John Cena. That's how you got to the top. Let's be real. Brie, you're Daniel Bryan's wife. That's how you got to the top. Yeah. If it wasn't for those two things, y'all would not be Hall of Famers. And the fact that they put them in the Hall of Fame is a complete joke. Now, I know there are a lot of people that don't deserve to be in there. Trust me, I know. But they are one of them. Like, I can't. I've never been a fan of the Bellas. Their TV shows are so fake, and I understand. I watch wrestling. Yeah. But like her and John Cena breaking up on camera, if you thought that was real, I have a bridge to sell you. Okay. Please message me if you thought that was real. I have something to sell you because I can get anything out of you. Yeah. I was messaging my group chat about this, and my one buddy said it perfectly. I won't say his name, but he goes, "Nobody cared about them before. When they were the Bellas, nobody's going to care about them when they're the Garcia."
They're not going to. No, they're definitely not going to. That's the thing. So
it's Nikki Garcia and Brie Garcia, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's their real life last name.
No, well, obviously no. Their real life last name is it's obviously their husband's names in that, but
when they were born, like their mothers.
Yeah. Apparently, that's what I've been told.
Not legal last name right now, but legal when they were born. Okay.
Yeah. So do that one, yeah.
Nobody. When if I didn't know, when I hear Nikki Garcia, I'm gonna be like, who? Brie Garcia, who? Like, you got on America. I think Nikki's a judge on America's Got Talent, I believe.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Like, you think you just got that because of you? No, because you got that of your name, man. Like, and please, if you have a problem with what I said, please DM me at Xero News. Okay?
Okay, right. Yeah, well, they can do, but then I'll redirect all messages to you.
You're like, no. That's not me. That's the other guy. Well, one of my buddies thought I was you.
Yeah, you told me about that one. Yeah, so...
Because he was like, why are you bashing this? And I'm like, bashing what? he's like, you're bashing AEW. I'm like, I haven't said anything about AEW. He sent me the tweet. I'm like, yeah, that's not me. I'm like, I have my articles get posted, but that's about it. I don't have Twitter access.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh. I'm like, yeah, I write for him, but all the tweets are his own.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, never mind. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Bellas, useless and
useless.
They would go to AEW and join Paige's stable.
Well, yeah. That's probably what they're going to do because, of course, they've been teasing it, and stuff like that. But
they're horrible wrestlers.
Yeah. No, that's nothing.
Horrible wrestlers.
Yeah.
Like I said, Brie Garcia almost killed Liv Morgan, kicked her in the face. Okay, and then she proceeded to kick her in the face 2 more times, TKO her, and it's like, what was the thinking behind this?
Yeah, and they're going to put him in a ring with Paige or Saraya now, so she's going to be dead soon.
Yeah, imagine Brie facing Saraya now. Saraya was like, "Hey, don't do anything from the back because that's what happened last time." Brie would be like, "Oh, you said hit you from the back? Okay, got you. Kick her."
Yeah. But talking about that then, as well then about like people joining and stuff. Obviously, I know we don't normally talk about AEW that much, but I thought you might know because you're obviously doing it or have some suggestions. But one of the things in the news and one of the things that everyone's talking about is Jade Cargill tonight. She's got an open challenge for somebody from Canada now.
Yeah, I heard the names going around.
Yeah, I only obviously heard the one, which was Taya. So
she said she was going to be at some other show in LA. Could she be lying? Of course she could.
Yeah.
But I heard Jody Threat. Allie's from Canada, and she's been off TV for a little bit.
Could be.
Other names I can't remember.
Well, I mean, if it is Taya, and I'm just going to obviously say this one, but obviously you know what my feelings are towards AEW and stuff, but
yeah, you love it.
No, I don't know. No, but
you love AEW as much as I love the Bellas.
No, okay, but no, we've obviously but no, all I'm going to say is basically like obviously I've interviewed Taya for Xero. She's good, and that, and if she goes to AEW, then that's fine. Get the money in. You know, I know during the conversation she turned around and said she wanted to go to somewhere, you know, where you can get it done and like really big TV and stuff. And obviously, you know, going on up from Impact to AEW, if she goes to them, fair play to her. That's all I'm going to say. You know, she's good. She's a good wrestler and stuff like that. You know,
you should never question somebody for chasing the bag. Never question somebody for chasing the bag.
So yeah, but that's all I'm going to say on that subject. But yeah, like I said, so, and if anyone wants to listen to that interview, it is on our website somewhere. There's the interview with Taya Valkyrie there.
I will be interviewing the Bellas one day.
Weird. Okay. Well, they're not. Yeah, but they're not the Bellas anymore, so that's impossible. Garcia twins, aren't they? You know, stuff like that. So, yeah. One other thing that we might as well cover then, because this will also lead into parts of the Raw review as well, is this guy. So, LA Knight. Now, there's been some reports come down. Now, I've put out a report myself from what I've heard, and Wrestling News Co. has also sort of backed up this this report as well, where it's basically LA Knight after Mania is due a massive push. Basically, it's going to involve it's going to involve title matches, you know, title opportunities, holding the titles. You know, he's going to be pushed into that main event. Scene after Mania, it says. Now, one of the other things that I've heard as well is he is currently top to win Money in the Bank as well. It's the choice of him and Finn. They're the top two who's going to basically win it. And there's a reason behind why they want to do Night, which leads into actually SummerSlam, which is something that I've heard. Now, if they go ahead with the plan to what I've heard, and I just want to put out here, this isn't 100% confirmed. This is just obviously the latest pitch, but because I know what people are like on Twitter, Cody and Roman are due to have a rematch at SummerSlam. Now, but just for the WWE Championship, just for the WWE title. Now, what I've been told, what's been pitched at this present moment in time is Cody is due to beat Roman with the 1, 2, 3, you know, clean and everything like that. So Cody's meant to beat him then. And then he holds up the belt. As soon as his music starts to play, you hear LA Knight and that cash in, done straight away. LA Knight cashes in on him, takes the belt, done. Cody loses it basically, and that's the current pitch. Yeah, so then LA Knight's meant to cash in on Cody the second Cody holds it.
Change that to Theory, and we got a deal.
Yeah. Well, there was rumors that Theory was going to hold the case again, but they don't want to do that now. They're going to do it. They're going to do it another way. He's going to be pushed into the main event scene another way.
He's going to beat John Cena at WrestleMania. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, the WWE Championship is coming back to Raw by SummerSlam at the latest. So they're gonna, from what I've last heard again, as well as Backlash for that one, is that they're going to be splitting it either at Backlash or just after Backlash. So
when's the draft?
They're still deciding on that one. It depends. At the minute, the latest date was a week after Backlash, because then what they were going to do then was get all of the Mania feuds and rematches done at Backlash, and then do it, because it turned around and said, don't forget, beforehand, Vince obviously used to do it like leading up to Survivor Series, which was obviously stupid, because then why would you have loyalty to, say, Raw if you've literally been on SmackDown for the past year?
Yeah.
And that, so Triple H wants to make it make more sense, and apparently what he wants to do is he wants to get all the rematches out of the way from Backlash, because that's primarily what Backlash is its Mania rematches mainly. So he wants to get Backlash out of the way with the Mania rematches, and then from there, basically just, then go and do the draft for it. That's the scheduled date at the moment. But again, that could change any time. It could literally change, next week. It could change week after or whatever. Basically,
we're almost 2 weeks out from Mania.
Yeah, well, I personally can't see it being after Mania. I can see it literally being, but not straight after.
I'm just saying we're only 2 weeks away.
Yeah. We're getting there, aren't we? We're getting there slowly.
Crazy.
Then that's going to be a good event, actually. So I can see. But no, yeah. So that's basically all the news, and that sort of like this week. Obviously, we'll cover that in a moment, isn't it? I've been checking whilst we've been recording. And there's been nothing come down. Yeah, there's been nothing else come down, based. Oh yeah, no. One other thing actually, which I want to bring up now. This isn't news, but this is just pure stupidity. I only tweeted this out because I was literally laughing at the
judge of that.
Now, the report was, I seen this one come down. The actual report is that somebody by the name of Neil Patrick, which is a former WWE referee, or former WCW and WWE referee.
Oh, Nick Patrick.
Yeah, Nick Patrick. Yeah,
I think you're thinking of Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, no. He was on. He done a podcast called the Ad Free Shows. I've never actually listened to it. I just seen this report and was just literally laughing as soon as I've seen it. Now, this past Monday, he came out and he turned around and he said the following. He goes, he feels that Vince McMahon is responsible for running AEW. The reason why he said this is because he implied that McMahon is aware of what occurs at AEW's headquarters, acts appropriately, and appears to be manipulating AEW and the company and the wrestlers and everything inside there, and has always got away with anything that Tony throws at him, such as contract tampering and stuff like that. So
some things you just got to keep in your mind, but just something.
So yeah. But I mean, like, obviously, it could be true. I mean, there is this image going around the internet, so so we have obviously got that one, and it could happen one day. Once he sold WWE, he could go full time to AEW. You see him come out and fire Tony Khan live on there, and that'll be the time when I'll tune into it. When I'll tune into AEW. Once Vince takes over, once Vince and that takes over fully. So that'll be the time that'll be. But yeah, so that's everything that came up this week. But yeah, I do want to say that thing about Vince McMahon. We all know it's complete and utter rubbish. It's not happening. It's not.
Or is it?
Well, yeah. I mean, it might do, but. But they don't know yet. It's So that's everything there. So we might as well go into the reviews now then, unless there's obviously anything you want to bring up before we go into Raw and stuff. So
just that a brief AEW mention. Orange Cassidy versus Jeff Jarrett tonight.
Yeah.
For the new international championship, and I am terrified Jeff Jarrett is going to win.
Are you? Yeah.
I am absolutely terrified. Cassidy's held the belt 5 months.
Yeah.
At this point, it wouldn't be a shock if he loses it, but to Jeff Jarrett of all people.
Yeah, that'd be Is
Jeff Jarrett Canadian? I hope not.
I don't know, but probably. He's probably like. But yeah, no. All right, well, yeah. So if anyone's obviously watching AEW tonight, then that could be quite fun for that one. I will not be watching, so that's.
It's probably going to kick off the show. Orange Cassidy always kicks off the show, which I enjoy. If you've read my articles, you know I enjoy Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
If you haven't read Bobby's articles, go and read them.
I'm the needle mover of Xero News.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But no. Yeah. So that's fine. Okay. Well,
I've given myself that nickname. So.
Yeah. Don't be getting T-shirts made up about that. like Chris Jericho got the Demo God one.
I'm game.
I'm fully expecting you now on one of the shows coming up soon that you'll have that on.
Yeah, you'll be like, where did you get how'd you get my logo? What?
I'm like, okay, Bobby, right, let's we need to have a chat about this, I bet.
Show ends quickly. All right, listen up.
Yeah, no, it'd just be adverts.
I would just calmly, and you're gonna like the shirt I have on. I would just calmly unzip the hoodie mid-show just to show it, and you'd be like, and on Raw, what happened was, what is that?
What?
You'd just be like, what is that? You just like all thoughts are out the window. You're like, hold on, rewind, and then I'll just pull it back up, and you'll be like, no.
I'm like, hang on a minute. But
let's circle back.
Yeah, but well, that's fine. And so, we've digressed again, but no, that's fine.
Of course, we always do.
Right, right. So then, anyway, as I was saying, then, so we might as well go on into Raw now. Then, so Raw this week was actually a pretty good show.
You go on, and I'm gonna go grab something. Hold on.
Yeah. Like 2 seconds. So, we open up Raw this week with Edge coming out. Now, he called out Finn Balor to challenge him for a match at WrestleMania. Now, it was quite interesting what Balor said after obviously the back and forth of everything. It was changed. Basically, Edge said that he wants Balor in Hell in a Cell inside at WrestleMania. And Balor's response was that he's been in hell and it couldn't handle his demons. Now that's
couldn't handle my demons.
Yeah, so that's.
Now the Bella fans are going to attack me. The Irish are going to attack me.
Yeah, but no, that's fine. So it seems like that. So it seems like then that we've got the demon coming back then for WrestleMania. I can see as well to mix it up, and obviously because of the Judgment Day, I can see we get a purple demon this year because of the Judgment Day colors. So rather than
that wouldn't be a bad idea. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Right now, I'm leaning Finn Balor winning.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then, and then what happens then after that then is the Judgment Day attack Edge. No surprise there. But then you then have Gargano, Dexter Lumis, and Candice LeRae come running on down to take out the Judgment Day. Because then that then leads then into the next match, which actually is the Judgment Day, which is Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio versus Gargano and Dexter Lumis. It was a quick match, an all right match and stuff. The Judgment Day obviously won that one. They're not going to put the Judgment Day taking losses for the moment, not leading into WrestleMania, not with the two big matches that they've obviously got now, which is obviously the Finn and
3 big matches, not even 2.
Oh yeah, so 3 big matches, so the 3 big matches obviously which they've got at WrestleMania. Now we then had a bit of a segment backstage where you had Chad Gable looking around for Otis for this one. We'll bring that one up in a minute actually, because that was
can I say something about that?
So
hilarious. Chad Gable You are a very funny man.
Talking about Chad Gable.
Oh, you want me to go now?
Exclusive. King of the
Oh,
Ring
sorry.
winner. King of the Ring winner, Chad Gable. King of the Ring winner. There we go. That's an exclusive there.
Is that your opinion, or is that like...
No, you've heard it here first. King of the Ring winner, Chad Gable. It could be. He's the top one at the moment for that one. So yeah. So
I can't say I'd hate it. I mean,
So, thank you.
he's really good. And then what was he? He was with the Miz last night, and he just goes, "Shoosh," and I'm like, something so stupid is so over, and it's like, but the flyer he put up to find Otis, one free training session from the Alpha Academy for $99.95. One free, but you still got to pay $100.
Yeah, that was funny actually.
And I saw that, I'm like, all right, Chad Gable, I appreciate you.
Yeah, and then after that little segment, then we also then seen Damage Control beating Trish Stratus on the floor, which then led to an injury angle later on in the evening. Now we go to break, come back from break, and we've then got Omos and MVP making their entrance, ready for the Brock Lesnar and Omos face to face. Now, obviously, they were just waiting in the ring, and then Brock's music hit. He made his way down the entrance. He's back as Beast Incarnate again, normal, Cowboy Brock. Now, there was something, I spotted this. I know you mentioned it somewhere, but I spotted this as well. The person in the front row wearing the Bobby's Breakdown merchandise.
Yeah.
I assume that's one of your friends.
Shout out. Actually, take a guess where I met him.
Where? Oh, at the convention?
No, actually.
Oh.
Full Gear.
Okay.
When I went, I ended up... So he was by himself, and I just happened to sit next to him. And I'm like, well... I bought him a beer, too, because I was like, this guy's going to have to deal with me all night. But cool guy, and he bought a shirt. He goes, yo, when I go to Raw, I'll wear it. And I spotted him. I'm like, my man. So shout out to my boy Joey. I appreciate you, man. I'll send you this tomorrow or tonight, whenever.
Yeah.
Thank you, and incredible. So many people message me. They're like, did I just see your logo on my TV? And I'm like, yep. They were like, how did you swing that? I'm like, don't worry about it. I got my ways.
But we've so that was obviously just a bit of a segment in the ring. It was Omos went in for they both went in for handshakes. Omos wouldn't let go of it. Lesnar tried to German suplex Omos, failed, got thrown out to the ring, made Omos look dominant for that one. So.
Omos, oh my! I mean, I knew he was a big boy, but when you see him next to Lesnar, it's like, goodness.
I tell you what's going to be amazing is when Brock Lesnar F5s him. When Brock Lesnar F5s Omos, that's going to be a holy shit moment. That is going to be one of the moments where you're chanting holy shit, basically. So,
I don't know how that's going to go, but.
Yeah, but no, yeah. When Brock F5s him at Mania, that's going to be it's going to be a moment that's going to be talked about for ages. That is, yeah. And then we move on to a highlight package just showing what happened on SmackDown with Cody Rhodes coming out to save Sami Zayn at the end of the show when you sort of beating him down. So we had that bit.
But between Raw and NXT, we can mention SmackDown.
Yeah,
that little brief thing.
Yeah. And then talking about Cody, he now actually comes out and makes his entrance, where he is facing where he had a match against LA Knight. Now, this is obviously the start of the push for LA Knight having these mega matches. Now, I know you might have people saying, "Oh, but he lost to Cody and stuff like that," but realistically, you ain't having Cody take a loss before WrestleMania, and that not at all. And that's so.
Well, I would, but
Yeah, but no, it was obviously a 10-minute match and stuff like that. But it really did showcase LA Knight, and a lot of people now have took notice. That's backstage at WWE, and obviously the fans and everything. A lot of people have took notice after that match. Now that's the start of it, basically. So yeah, that was that. Like I said, really good match that one was. Obviously Cody beat LA Knight for that one. We had Cody drop a promo afterwards, just saying that Heyman needs to stay out of he was talking about when Paul said to him about staying out of Bloodline's business. Cody says he doesn't want to do that. If he wants to team up with Sami Zayn, he will do. just a general promo and stuff like that. Some people are saying it was a really excellent promo, especially this website here. It wasn't the best. It was like, well, it was an all right promo. It was an all right promo. That's all I put it down as. We then have Seth Rollins being interviewed by Byron Saxton. Just talks about how Logan, basically just talking about Logan Paul. It was the Miz then appears then and says that Logan Paul will be back next week on Raw, hosting his Impulsive talk show. So we've got Impulsive on Raw next week.
Where is Raw next week? Do you know?
No.
He's from the Ohio area, so I was wondering.
It could be Ellen, yeah, it could be. Yeah, and then we then have Corbin. We have Corbin come out and stuff like that as well. Corbin suggests coaching Rollins on boxing and turns around and mentions that. And then Rollins said that he would rather take boxing lessons from his 2.5-year-old daughter than Baron Corbin, which was actually a pretty funny line. Have you got where it is?
St. Louis.
St. Louis, okay, makes sense. Next
well, I guess they're making their way over.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah. Next match, then we then have Elias versus Bronson Reed. It was a quick 2-minute match. Bronson Reed won that one after hitting the tsunami splash on that one.
Poor Elias.
Poor Elias. Yeah. You know what we need? We need Ezekiel back. He needs his tag team partner, Ezekiel. That's what he needs.
Still in the hospital, man.
Yeah. So, but we then go backstage and there's Chad Gable still handing out the flyers, looking for Otis. You've then got Becky and Lita walking on into the trainer's room. We've then got a recap of SmackDown, but we'll get into that after we've done this. We've then got Kevin Owens was being interviewed by Kathy Kelly, who says he doesn't want Sami Zayn to work. He still doesn't want to work with Sami Zayn. He doesn't want Sami Zayn to work with him. He's basically not interested in Sami's help. Now, we know they're going to stretch this out and they're going to team back up again literally at Mania week. That's when they're going to do it. There was then just some clips then about, between Austin Theory and John Cena before Theory makes his entrance as the US champion, which then leads into Austin Theory versus Angelo Dawkins. Now, Theory won that one. It was another quick match. It was an all right match, actually, in my eyes. We then have, and then after that match, I should say, is that Theory actually attacked Dawkins with the STF, which is obviously the move that John Cena uses just to mock Cena a little bit further for that one, and also to do "you can't see me" hand gesture. Mysterio comes out for a interview, gets interrupted by Dom. Dom back and forth, tries to get Dom to punch him. That's Ray. Dominic tries to get Ray to punch him. Obviously, he doesn't. That will be sorted out later on. Then gets announced that Roman's on Raw next week, and that Ric Flair is going to introduce the next inductee into the Hall of Fame, which we've already spoken about, which was announced, which was the Great Muta. We then go on to Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin, which obviously was set up earlier on in the night. Quick match again. Seth Rollins wins that one after hitting the stomp on Baron Corbin for that one. Bit of comedy backstage, and this was the bit where Otis is now part of Maximum Male Models. That was hilarious. That one. This could be this could be a damn good storyline now. Obviously, everyone was hating on Maximum Male Models originally, but this is going to turn good now. Now that Otis is in Maximum Male Models, this is going to turn good for it. We're almost done with Raw. Really long show, really lot of matches, quite a lot of matches. We then move on to Bianca Belair versus Chelsea Green. Back and forth match, pretty short. Of course, Bianca wins. Carmella's at ringside. She does an attack. Oscar comes out as well, grabs the belt. It's just mental teasing that she's doing for the minute. That was the and then Solo Sikoa makes his entrance for the main event, shortly followed by Kevin Owens. They are actually having a street fight. Now, this was actually an alright match. The crowd kept chanting for tables. It was a pretty quick match though because they left it too late. It was about 12 minutes they had, and Solo Sikoa actually won that one. The Usos dragged. One of the things was as well is that the Usos actually dragged Kevin Owens down the ramp afterwards, and carried on attacking him to end the show. Now, for me, Raw was actually right this week. I don't know. Did you watch Raw in the end? Did you actually?
I did actually. Thought it was pretty good. Yeah.
Pretty strange this week, yeah.
Street fight was pretty good. The bloodline stuff, very good. What else happened? Theory, of course. You know.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to find out Batista.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it at all. I've had a look at that. I can't find it. So at all really. At the moment, which is rather strange. It's very strange, isn't it? Really, I'd say.
Oh God, never mind. Raiders follows one. Yeah, no, thank you. I'm not paying $9 to figure this out.
Well, what's it saying?
It says, "Oh, you can see this article for $9 a month." I'm like,
no. Let's not do that.
We ain't doing that. If it was like $1, I'd be like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah. But no, but Raw was actually right this week. I do actually agree with you. Raw was really good this week for some reason. I don't understand why it was like a lot good, but after that, did you say that you wanted to bring up SmackDown then?
So the Fatal 5-Way. I don't know what's in the water in Scotland, but Drew McIntyre just seems to be always sick.
Yeah, don't know what it is.
He almost got pulled from this match, but he powered through like the champ he is.
Yeah.
And there was a double pin, so it's going to be Drew versus Sheamus. Winner goes on to be to meet Gunther at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. It's still going to be a triple threat.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 100%. I agree with you there.
They're going to do something. Gunther's going to get involved. Imperium's going to get involved. Double count out, double DQ. They'll both have an arm on each other, something. And it's you're not going to keep both of them off of Mania.
No.
And I think Gunther loses the IC title there.
Yeah, probably. Actually,
I don't even think he takes a pin. It's just who do they give the belt to? Do they give the Shane? Do they give Drew his title win 3 years later and a downgrade, or do they give Sheamus his first IC title? IC title.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But all right, let's go to NXT. Oh wait, I did have another piece of news. I forgot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go on. Yep.
I saw it on here. Now everybody's bashing him.
Right.
But of course he's gonna say it. John Cena.
Yeah.
About Vince.
Oh yeah, the Vince stuff. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah, actually, yeah. Oh. I don't know. Actually, that was pretty.
I'm not shocked. He said it.
No?
Cena's a Vince guy. Cena.
Good point, yeah. He's always been a company guy as well, hasn't he? Really, if you think about it.
Like Stone Cold's a Vince guy. The Rock is a Vince guy. Hogan's a Vince guy. These guys, Taker will never bash Vince. They'll never bash Vince.
No
because he made them stars.
Yeah.
And they know who he really is. So Cena would never. Now Cena politics his way through interviews.
Oh, there we go. This is what we need. Is just to see.
Oh, come on.
I had to flash over. I see it on the screen.
But everyone was like, "Oh, Cena should have just said no comment." It's like, no, Cena's gonna be like, "Listen, I love the guy," you know.
Yeah.
He was at his birthday last summer, for God's sake. Him and his wife. So clearly, there's no hatred there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just like, are you shocked that Cena said this? I'm not.
No, I'm not. I'm not. So,
people get too offended anyway. Whatever. Yeah. All right. So we start with NXT. First match of the night. We have. I'm sorry, not first match of the night. So I was at the gym.
Yep.
And I get an alert from Instagram saying Grayson Waller at WWE has gone live because I follow him on Instagram. I'm like 2 minutes before NXT. I'm like, that's weird. I didn't see what he was doing. But
Yeah.
so Gargano's cutting a promo saying about how, his story was taken from him. Now he's coming back to finish it. Then all of a sudden we see Waller at the Gargano residence.
Yeah. Okay.
And, heel move. But Gargano, I'll go back and forth. Towards the end of the show, Gargano officially gets there. About an hour later. I'm pretty sure he lives in Orlando, but whatever.
Yeah, storyline.
Yeah, I was like, you gotta do something to carry on. Waller attacks him. They're fighting. Waller puts him down in the end, but Gargano hits Waller with a legitimate trash can.
Yeah.
I watched it and I went, ooh.
That has got to have hurt. That seriously has got to have hurt.
You can't fake that. That's just, you gotta take that and just, And good on both of them. Baby Wrestling did make his debut.
Baby Wrestling, Baby Wrestling.
His son, right?
He appeared, Baby Wrestling.
Okay. I was like, son, daughter? But Waller versus, I was wrong on that, by the way. Waller versus Gargano at Stand and Deliver.
Yeah.
I think Gargano's got to win that one.
Probably, I would have thought so.
I think they're going to make it a street fight. I think.
Probably.
Last man standing. Something's coming. Something's coming down the pipe.
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely something big coming up for it, isn't it? Big match type. Yeah, that's 100%. So, I can see that.
Mackenzie Mitchell tried to get a word from Gargano on his way out. She then asked the cameraman to follow Johnny Wrestling home. That's got to be against company policy, I would think.
Yeah.
But Johnny Wrestling was laid out. Okay. Next up is the NXT Tag Team Championships. Pretty Deadly versus Gallus. Now, at one point, Pretty Deadly hit their finisher, and I was like, are they going to get these belts back for like the third time? And then Gallus kicked out, and I was like, okay. I was like, they had me for a minute. I'm like, wait a minute. So then,
that's a weird one then.
Yeah. And then Gallus retains. So they will be going to Stand and Deliver as the tag champs. Who they will be facing, I am not sure. Maybe Anafe and Malik. Maybe sorry. Yeah. Then we find out that Pretty Deadly is the host of Stand and Deliver. So next up we had Sol Ruka versus Zoe Stark qualifying match. Now Roxanne Perez has vacated the title.
Work.
Yeah. A little weird.
Work.
I'm not sure the angle it's still a little weird that they're doing it. I don't know. But Zoe Stark beats Sol Ruka. And I do like Sol Ruka a lot. Her finisher is incredible. Yeah. So she's definitely gonna be a star of the future. Next we have Ivy Nile and Tatum Paxley versus Isla Dawn and Alba Fire versus Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. Triple threat match. Winner goes on to face Fallon Henley and I'm blanking on her name. The other one.
What's her name?
You're blanking too.
I can't remember.
Of course, it doesn't say in here. Fallon Henley and Kiana James. Thank God it's that.
That's it.
I was
remembering that as well. I was like, what?
I was blanking on her name, but Ivy, Alba Fire, and Isla Dawn win the match. They pin Nile. They pin Nile.
Nile? Who's Nile?
I just read it fast. I said Nile. Nile. They pin Ivy Nile. and they're going to Stand and Deliver. That match is made official. Next up, we have Wesley's North American Challenge, and it turns into pure chaos. Now, I know why it turned into pure chaos because of the referee in the ring.
Yeah.
Eddie Franken. Get better control of your matches, son. Okay? And I will clip this and send it to him. As soon as I saw who... What?
Actually, then, okay, then, mate. So this is the thing, then, mate. You keep calling out Eddie Franken or whatever. Yeah. Yeah,
Franken. Yeah, Fast Eddie Franken.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. So here's the call out then. Right, Eddie, come on to Uncut. Come on to Uncut. Have it out with Bobby on air. We'll have you on here.
I think I've mentioned it to him before.
Yeah. Come on Uncut. We'll have you on air. You and Bobby can have it out live on air.
I did mention it to him, and he's like, dude, they charge ridiculous amounts for referees, and he goes, trust me when I tell you, I'm not worth it. I remember him telling me that. He was straight up. He was like, dude, I ain't worth that price. I'll tell you that right now. He goes, I would come on if I could, but he goes, I ain't worth that price. Maybe one day.
We won't charge him. He can come on. Yeah.
No. He's saying WWE charges. Like, it's not him. He said he would gladly come on, but it's WWE, and he's like, I am not worth that price, my dude. Get control, Eddie. No, Eddie's a good guy. I like him. But Axiom gets in the ring, and then you think that match is gonna happen. Then Scripps blindsides Axiom. Then McDonough blindsides Scripps, and then Dragunov gets McDonough because that match is happening next week. And no match ended up ever happening. Wesley took them all out, and later backstage, Shawn Michaels agreed to let Wesley defend the title in a fatal 5-way match at Stand and Deliver, and he gets to choose his opponents.
Yeah.
So I would assume.
I'm trying to think of who he's going to choose.
Axiom for sure.
Yeah.
Dragon Lee, I believe, will be in there.
Yeah.
Scripps probably, and then.
Does he get like Dijakovic in that again? Does he allow like Dijakovic
or Tony D'Angelo? No, they're going for the tag belts.
Oh yeah, they are, aren't they? Yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Yes, that's probably going to be the Stand and Deliver match.
Yeah.
Gallus versus D'Angelo and Stacks.
Oh, the Stacks. Yeah. So So
maybe,
does Dijak get involved in the North American Championship match then again?
I don't know. Can you really keep him off the pay-per-view?
Not really. He's really hot on that at the moment, isn't he? On there.
Yeah,
So
I'll go Dijak, Axiom, Scripps, and Dragon Lee, just so Dragon Lee can get on the card, make his pay-per-view debut.
Yeah.
Well, clearly
he's definitely going to be on it. Definitely Dragon Lee is definitely going to be on it. Yeah. 100%.
Clearly, Dragon Lee is not facing Shawn Michaels. I'm sorry, Dragon Lee's not facing Grayson Waller. So.
No. Yeah, which is quite a shock to me actually, but yeah. But no.
Next up, we have Apollo Crews versus Dabba-Kato, and really thought Apollo Crews was gonna win this one, but Dabba-Kato gets him in the end. Where do you go with Apollo Crews from here? Because I don't think he's really North American Championship material.
He's probably gonna go back to
that's what I was thinking.
Main roster, because I know that Cedric Alexander's teasing coming over to NXT, so they could literally do a swap over.
Wouldn't be a bad idea, but yeah, it's just weird. He was on a pay-per-view not too long ago, and it seems like he's gonna miss this one.
That's quite strange.
Next up we have Gigi Dolan versus Kiana James. Ladder match qualifier. Gigi Dolan wins, and this is technically the last match of the night. Dolan defeats Kiana James, and so far the ladder match is Gigi Dolan and Zoe Stark. Now, is it going to be a 3-person ladder match?
Might be.
I only saw 3.
No. There's like. I think there's like 4 or 5 of them, because this is what I'm saying is the ladder match, which is for the women's championship. This is why I said work, because I do truly believe that, because if you kept noticing, I actually listened in on it. I actually noticed this as it came along. they kept saying there's no time frame on Roxanne's return, and it's in the event that they need to crown a new one. It's not that they definitely are and that they've stripped her. It's that it's in the event that they need to do it. So I reckon Roxanne's going to show up at the event. So they're going to leave a fifth spot open. Roxanne's going to show up and defend. Basically, that's my thoughts. I think.
Let me look it up right now. Stand and Deliver 2023.
There's only 2 of them in it at the moment, but I do think it's a free person. I think it's a.
I saw 3. I saw 3. A third. All right. So. Okay. So. Okay. Wow. Okay. So we both got it wrong, but we're both in the middle. It's 4 people.
Oh, is it okay? So maybe then the fourth slot then is going to be the open one then.
Zoe Stark versus Gigi Dolan versus to be determined.
Yeah. I mean, then so there is that possibility then that it's going to be like I said, the Roxanne's going to show up right at the last minute. It's just the only reason why I say that, and obviously this isn't confirmed, but like I said, this is just something which I picked up. But it was the way they kept words in it that it was in the event, and there's no like time frame and stuff. I reckon they're going to pull one where they're going to leave that last slot open and Roxanne's going to show up in it. Or they're going to fill the 4 to make it look like it's that one, and then they're just going to have Roxanne in as a 5th.
Yeah, JC Jane looks legit hurt. Unless that's storyline. Who would where is Cora Jade? I think maybe did they announce what the qualifying match is for next week or?
No, I don't think they did. No.
Maybe they have 2 others come in and then Roxanne confronts the winner at the end. Maybe.
Possibly, yeah, possibly. Or they do like what they normally do. But like that, maybe you have somebody else coming on in to like, what's it called, provisional champion or whatever the bloody hell it is. You know what I mean? What they had on AEW all the time.
Interim, yeah.
So they have that until Roxanne comes back. If she is hurt or whatever, if she is legit hurt again, and she comes on in and she then literally then just like challenges them for the next pay-per-view afterwards or for the NXT afterwards, isn't it?
Because I was thinking you could do a 4-person ladder match, do Dolan, Stark, Cora Jade, and I'll just say it, even though she might be hurt, JC. Quite frankly, I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head.
No.
Or I really can't think of anybody else. Have a winner there.
Yeah.
For the women's title. Then you can either have Roxanne show up right after the match, or to end the show Tuesday, and then you can build to a champion, unified championship match at what's the June show they do?
In your house, isn't it?
Yeah, in your house. Yeah. I think now that's like 2 months worth of build, but unless there's one of those TV specials they have coming up.
In your house, because I'm not sure whether in your house is going to be a pay-per-view or whether it is actually a TV special.
Yeah, I think it's going to be in your house was an actual pay-per-view last year.
Yeah.
So, we're just throwing out ideas. We know nothing. I don't know what Roxanne's injury is.
Yeah.
A little weird, but all right. And then the last thing of the night was Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes sign a contract.
Yeah.
And they do it, and Pretty Deadly comes out, and they both put Pretty Deadly through a table, which was pretty funny, pun intended. Shawn Michaels made it official. D'Angelo and Stax offered their services to Braun Breaker, who Braun Breaker was like, no. And then that's when they said, all right, we're coming for the NXT belts. They were very civil.
I don't think they're gonna have each other touch each other until Stand and Deliver.
Yeah. So. And then even Trick Williams hates Pretty Deadly, and he's like, why y'all here? Everybody just hates Pretty Deadly. That's about it for NXT. There was one more thing that NXT Anonymous did. and I wish I could remember where
That
it
was filming the 5-way thing. That was filming the.
That's what it was.
That was filming the
Okay.
Wesley thing. Yeah, because I remember that one. Yeah, because that's what he done was he filmed he filmed William Regal speaking backstage because that's how we found out about it because it wasn't officially announced. It was done by the done by that NXT Anonymous thing backstage.
Gotcha.
I still want to know who that is. That's obviously leading to something. I want to know who that is. And that,
Yeah,
it's got to be somebody new coming on in. I reckon.
Yeah, maybe Dragon League. No,
no, it could be somebody new coming on in.
Yeah, that's NXT. I'm still looking for the Batista news.
I don't think there is any. I don't think there is any Batista news because I haven't seen any at all on that.
It's on PWI Insider. It's there.
Nobody's obviously leaked it, and so that's the thing. So nobody's
like, yeah, why? Yeah, you people.
Yeah.
Top AEW name to miss this week's Rampage. Oh.
Yeah.
Jim Ross. That's clickbait.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me see whether hang on. Let me see whether somebody's online who I know is subscribed to it. If we find out, I'll tell you afterwards. But I haven't heard anything.
Put it on the company card and pay $8 and cancel it. We'll be fine. So for you football fans out there, the Packers have officially lost Aaron Rodgers today.
Yeah, we're not doing we're not doing a 10-minute silence like what you wanted to really do because that was your idea was to do a 10-minute silence, which I'm not doing.
I was gonna do a 10-bell salute, but he's not dead. So yeah, I'm not. I knew this day was coming, so. Jordan Love, baby. The new quarterback's last name is actually Love. So much love, baby.
Yeah.
Let's do this thing, Jordan.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a rough football season. It's gonna be a rough football season for us Packer fans. If there's anybody out there listening that's a Packer fan, hit my DMs because we can have pain together.
You can have pain together. Yeah. Well, that's fine. Yeah. So don't forget. So hit Bobby then if you want to have that pain together. Then of the.
I'm gonna have football fans hitting me up. I'm gonna have the Irish hitting me up, and I'm gonna have the Bella lovers hitting me up.
Yeah. So have fun. Your DMs are about to get busy. So
well, I stand by my opinions, and if you want to have a chat with me over it, I'll say the same thing.
Yeah. So that's this week's show done then. So we're basically all I'm going to say is go on and make sure that you watch Bobby's video because I do believe have you uploaded your pictures now from the weekend? I think I've seen that earlier. Was that done earlier on?
From Monster Mania. Yeah. You can see all my photos. I saw some interesting cosplayers and interesting. The weekend was just interesting. You see a lot of interesting people. Yeah. But in a good way, like a harmless way, and it's like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's up. My Scream 6 review should be going up soon. Good movie. I won't spoil it. There's a Swerve. If you want to go see it, you should see it. I give my letter of approval. What else? My Creed 3 review is up. I'll announce two things if you don't mind.
Yeah, go on.
I have two interviews interviews coming up.
Yeah.
A week from tomorrow at 5:30 Eastern, so 10:30 your time, I believe, or will it be 11:30?
Yeah, that'll be obviously at time of recording and date of recording. That'll be a week Thursday because we are recording.
A week from tomorrow. Which will be Thursday. I'm sorry if it gets posted a week from Thursday, I should say.
Yeah. Thursday,
a week. Yeah. I will be interviewing a podcast host of What's Wrong with Wrestling, Eric Hamilton.
Cool.
Good nickname. He's agreed to come on. We're just going to talk about how the podcast came to be, his wrestling, simple stuff. Then the Wednesday I come back from California. I'm sorry, the day after I come back from California, I will be interviewing Mike Vaughn. Now you're probably asking, what promotion does he work for? None. He voices the Killer on Scream TV, the first 2 seasons.
Cool.
He's agreed to come on. He's a good guy. I tried to rig the system with him to get 1,000 followers, and it did not work.
Yeah.
I'll tell the story. So he was like a couple thousand followers away from 1,000. So he goes, "Hey, whoever's my 1,000th, you can have a personal voice message for me." And he does the killer voice. So I'm like, I accidentally hit unfollow. I hate when that happens. So then I follow him back, and it just happened to be 1,000. So I screenshot it.
Okay.
I sent it to him. I'm like, "Hey, I'll take Brandon James. That's the name of the killer." And he goes, "Nice try. You were already following me." And I'm like, "Do you blame me for trying?" He goes, "Not one bit. I would have done the same thing." I was like, "All right." So I was like, about that voice. He goes, "No." I'm like, "All right."
Makes sense.
I was like, "All right, we're the shot."
Yeah.
But yeah. Anything on Batista?
No, nothing. I've asked that. I'm trying to get it down, but no, nothing's come down. So,
Just give me. But I just want. I thought it was a shoe-in. Now I'm having doubts.
I've not heard anything at all. Yeah, because I've asked them that. I've asked somebody who I know who's definitely got PW Elite, and they've not got back to me. So they're probably busy with that one. So that's for that. So, but no,
I'm having my doubts now, and I don't like it. I don't.
Yeah. Actually, one thing that I do need to say before we end it on here is make sure, because I know we obviously have fans from all promotions following Xero and everything like that now. If people have missed it, there was some very important Impact news that came down this past week. I'm not going through it all now because a lot of people have basically... there's been a lot of changes within the company, new presidents, new owners, new stuff like that, basically.
Oh.
So if anyone follows Impact Wrestling, there's some mega news. I've posted it on the Xero website, which was the official press release that came down directly from Impact Wrestling. So if anyone wants to check that one out, I did say that I'd mention that one again because I was meant to mention that one and I completely forgot. So there we go. So that's that is on the Xero website. If anyone wants to go on to that, have a look. As you've obviously seen on the screen already, like, subscribe, and everything like that. So Bobby's breakdowns, also to hear as well, don't forget. I might even do a little incentive thing soon for a certain number of followers and stuff like that for us on here. I'm trying to work on a little something, but that one's going to have to be left with me for that one.
I do have one more thing to announce about my channel. It's just popped into my head. Okay. So April 7th, it is a Friday, I believe.
Yeah.
I believe that's the Friday after WrestleMania.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's Friday after Mania. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, because Mania is the first week. Yeah, the first week in April. Yeah.
I will be recording. Well, I'll be recording in advance. I will be releasing my review of The Sandlot. Now, have you ever seen that movie?
No.
Okay, no. It's the 30-year anniversary of The Sandlot. It's a very famous baseball movie. Like, everybody's seen it here in America.
Okay.
And I accidentally stumbled upon it. Not stumbled upon it, but I was talking to my buddy. I'm like, wow, that movie's 30 years old. And I'm like, let me check the date on it. And then I saw it was coming up, and I'm like, oh, I got to do a 30-year anniversary special. I'm like, that's so cool. It's like one of my favorite movies of all time. And this one's going to be a fun project to work on. I mean, they're all fun, but this will be the first old movie I lied. Never mind. It will not be the first old movie I'm reviewing.
No?
No, that was actually Santa's Sleigh with Goldberg, actually. So, Goldberg playing an evil Santa. But yeah, this will be a fun one. I can't wait. Hopefully, I'm gonna have to watch it again. It's been a while since I've seen that movie, and that's about it for announcements. I have other live streams coming up, but those can be later.
So like we said then, so subscribe, everything like that. I'm going to, like I said, potentially do a little bit of an incentive thing. I'm just currently working on something. Again, I know obviously this is the Xero Uncut show, but I will say as well, speak to Bobby if you want to, follow his channel, do whatever, moan at him in his DMs rather than rather than moan at me for once in DMs and stuff.
If you get angry, message him.
Yeah. Message probably instead of me this time because my message requests, I'm deleting messages constantly every day from angry people. So follow Bobby's.
I won't be deleting them. I will be confronting them head on. I promise you that.
So do that obviously then. So that's everything. Hopefully we should be back again next week with we might have somebody on next week. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm currently arranging it. It's to do with indie wrestling again, like what we normally do when we get them on. This is actually the owner of BIW, Bree Wrestling. This will be actually the owner guy of it, so he'll be promoting the entire promotion.
What's its name for BIW? What is that?
Hang on, I can't remember what I actually called it.
British Indie Wrestling.
No, it's not. No, it's not that.
I tried. I really tried.
No, it's Bree Combination Wrestling. So it's BRII Combination Wrestling. They're BCW basically. I don't know if you've heard of BCW.
Isn't that the chat we have with the guy?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So
Oh.
I'm going to try to get him on for next week.
What is BIW? And then you said BCW. I'm like, I remember.
Yeah. So on that one, then so we can talk all things bougie and everything like that because I know how much you love talking bougie. So we can talk.
I'll try and contain myself.
Will you? Yeah.
That man's not going to win in my eyes. Whatever he does, if he doesn't come on the show, bad. If he does come on the show, bad.
Bad, yeah. So we might have him on. I can't guarantee yet. I'm still in the process of arranging, but so we might have a guest next week. If we don't, then obviously we're back with another normal show next week with the news and the reviews. Then, so that's me done. I've got nothing else to really bring up. So, this is Xero signing out then from Uncut this week.
And I'm Bobby signing out. See y'all later.
See you later. And once again, I will leave us with this wonderful picture on the screen to sign out with Brett.